What up? Coming in hot, flying solo today. I've been sick the last few days and I just did not have it in me to do a video this morning before Saley left. So I was just thinking about maybe something I could do by myself, and oh my gosh, you guys. Like, is this too much to ask for? Just a beautiful, flawless forehead? Is that, it's like a real thing. Okay, I'm sorry. Distraction. I was thinking about something that I could talk about that's kind of been on my mind anyways that I wanted to talk about, and I didn't really know how to incorporate it with Saley, so I'm just gonna do it by myself today. I wanted to talk about the club that you get entered into as a parent when you have a not typical situation with your kids. So it could be a kid with special needs, it could be a child with medical condition. There's a lot of different scenarios in which way that can set you up as a parent to just go through different experiences than other parents. And thankfully, because of platforms like this and social media today, you're in this giant pool where you can connect with other parents when that didn't used to be the case, but also how utterly and absolutely alone you feel at the same time. And I just wanted to reach out and just say that it's a real thing and it sucks balls being the parent in the room that feels like nobody understands them. Being the mom, we're emotional, and maybe because I've been sick, I've just been a little bit more emotional than usual, but it's been hard for me. So Remy's almost 17 months. I've talked about it before. I've had a bunch of new followers jump on since then, but my youngest child, my baby girl, is almost 17 months, and we're pretty sure that she's gonna have some type of delays, if not be on the spectrum. None of it's confirmed. A lot of it is just our mom and dad heart telling us, and just going through experiences with Saley and having her diagnosed so young and seeing similar behaviors but also very different behaviors and trying to kind of like put the pieces together. We're just keeping an eye on her for now. We're exposing her to certain things. Her motor skills are different than Saley's were at that age. There's a lot of times where in my head it's like, she's fine, like you're crazy, she's fine. And then there's other times it's like, balls, we're gonna have to do this again kind of thing. So I've found myself lately not being able to watch any stories on Instagram or anything that involves a friend of mine or someone that I follow that has a child that's around the same age as Remy, whether they're a few months older or a few months younger, because I fall into that comparison trap immediately of things that my kid's not doing that everyone else's kid is doing. And it takes me to a really dark place really fast. And as much as I boast on here about like being proactive or not even, just being open and sharing our experiences with Saley's journey so far, and how after 12 years of her being on the spectrum, you know, we have I feel like I have this little bit of wisdom or things you can look forward to and have a positive attitude about it. But that doesn't mean that I want to do it again with another kid. I don't want to do it, but it's not up to me. So I'm thankful that Saley was born in the time that she was. Yes, autism's like a lot more known about and talked about now, but if I had to deal with like the social media aspect of things today, when I was going through probably the hardest time in my life, I don't know if I could have done that. And I think it's so great that we can connect on a platform like this, but at the same time, it's just hard. It's hard feeling alone. It's hard feeling like even though you have close friends that you can confide in, that like no one really gets it. And especially when people are only posting the positive and the happiness, the happy side. And I just want you to know that it's okay to step away. When I and Saley, I had 2 close friends that had girls. We all had girls within about 3 weeks of each other. And at that time, we got together weekly, if not monthly, as families. There were 4 families that got together, and all of these little girls grew up together. And when they were babies, it was adorable and cute. But eventually, it started to split off, where Saley was clearly very different than the other 2. And it was really hard for me to, one, not only see behaviors and milestones and connections and friendships that we're building that my daughter wasn't a part of, not any fault to these precious little girls. Not only is it hard to see what your kid should be doing and is not doing, but to then have that kid in the corner, hair in her face, stimming on straws, flapping, screaming, not talking, and just doing the opposite. It's really hard. And at some point, I just had to walk away. I just had to say, I love you, but like, I can't be around you guys right now. Like, I can't be around those kids. I can't be around this idea, because as parents, we have hopes and dreams for our kids, whether it be something little, small, whatever. We just want the best. And when somebody tells you, or something comes into your life that tells you it's not going to be that way anymore, you don't want that constantly being thrown back in your face. So it's okay to walk away. It's okay to shut out those things that aren't going to bring you not even happiness, but peace or calm. Because if that's what you need to like ride the storm of that moment of your life that you're in, then that's what you need to do. And I think that it's not often spoken about. People don't share enough, and how, this platform can be really fake, and I think it's way more honest and open a lot of times now, but it's still really scary. And it's easy for me to jump on here and talk about our experiences when they happened 10 years ago. But to talk about things right now with Remy, I don't ever talk about it. It's like really weird. It's really weird. So even being a mom on here that talks about autism all the time, I still feel super alone. And that it sucks that we might have to go through it again. And thankfully, I've been blessed with like knowledge and understanding and personal revelation that there's nothing wrong with my kids. They're just different. Each one has a different path. And instead of trying to force Saley to push her onto the track that I felt like she should have been on, we just opened our arms to all the different roads and all the different tracks and just let her show us which one she wanted to go on. It doesn't mean she's not going to need some direction. So I'm thankful that I have that frame of mind if there's a possibility that we have to deal with this with Remy. And just because Remy might have autism and Saley has autism is not going to make them the same person. We might have totally new, different experiences with her. But I'm thankful, hopefully, that we have that open mind to be able to take care and give Remy what she needs. But it still kind of just sucks. So if you're alone, know that you're not alone. And that there's so many other moms out there, so many other dads, parents, siblings that have a person in their family that makes them feel a certain way that they don't think other people will understand. So just, I don't know, I just wanted to say that I hear you and I feel you, and that like I recognize that. And I don't know. It's hard, but everyone can deal with it if they open their heart and if they open their mind and if they just have patience. Patience is the key, because nothing's going to happen overnight. Understanding is not going to happen overnight. And that's where I'm at. I'm a mess.